Hey guys, this is Ozzy from Wanderlust syndrome where the voyage is contagious. The recent pandemic from COVID-19 has changed the traveling world forever. At the moment of this recording, many of us can't travel as many countries have closed their borders. With many governments restricting public movement and enforcing stay-at-home orders, chances are you're trapped at home. Even though many of you have plenty of free time, you're going to learn why you should plan out your trip now while in this virus pandemic. 1. Cabin fever. We don't know when this pandemic will end. Even so, many of you are facing cabin fever. Whether you're a single person living in an apartment or a parent who is raising kids not in school, the stress of you staying home will take a toll on you. Even worse, some of you have jobs that require you to work crazy, insane hours such as doctors and nurses, which are very honorable, and I like to thank all of those people who are on the front lines right now dealing with this pandemic. Planning this trip now will give you something to focus on. It will help you develop long-term goals for when this pandemic ends. Also, you'll get an opportunity to imagine what it would be like when you take that trip after this pandemic ends. Now, I'm not saying you have to take a big trip. It can be visiting another country or another city. It can be a local place that you've never thought about going before. Regardless, this is the time to plan out your trip now. 2. Competition. The pandemic has changed and will change the travel world forever. Fewer people traveling right now. People are using less transportation such as cars and airplanes. With fewer demands, gas prices have continued to drop for much of the world. This is a benefit to you because right now there's little competition. When the pandemic begins to end, it will be that sweet spot that you need to take advantage of. It is at that point people will remain fearful. You need to prepare for everything you need for your trip. Take a look at the flying prices from New York City at JFK to London at Heathrow Airport. Even though the flight is for next week, I've never seen prices go under $1,000 from the United States to London. Even though this was for next week, here's one set for October 2020. Crazy, right? My point is, the travel industry is going to keep prices low to attract travelers, especially as countries begin to open their borders once more. You need to have a game plan ready and take advantage to get the best deals possible. 3. Normalcy. For many of us, the familiar things gives us stability and comfort. Even though this pandemic has changed many of our lives, we crave for our normal lives. For some of you, traveling was part of that normal life. Part of getting back to that normal life for some of you is through planning a trip. Not only does it allow us to get back to normalcy, but also it reminds us that we can get through anything. Think of all the times you had travel plans, but you had obstacles that got in the way of them. Many of you didn't allow obstacles to stop you from doing what you wanted to do because you had backup plans as you plan for your trips. By travel planning, it sets stability and controls in our lives. It allows us to remind ourselves that we can get through anything. Normal life will return. 4. Support. Now, I understand that talking about planning your trip now after a pandemic is not the best time for for some of you. I understand that some of you may be out of a job or unemployed. We have to realize that eventually the travel industry is going to pick back up, and many of these places are going to rehire. With that being said, it is very important to support these guys who are out of work and will soon be re-entering the travel industry workforce. But the best way to support them right now is to have a travel plan, so when the time comes for when this pandemic ends and business opens up again, you are ready to support these guys who need our help. Many of them will not have income in the unforeseen future. Many of them will not know when they will get their next paycheck. So it is very important that you and we support our guys who are unemployed right now in the travel industry. When you get the opportunity to be able to spend your money on the travel, be sure to support these guys. They need our support, they need our help as soon as possible so they can get back on their feet.
Hi, my name is Ozzy Alejandro and you're on my channel, Wanderlust Syndrome. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and share this video, and come along with my journey as I explore the world and sharing unique views, advice, and stories.